That's what they was saying, like I ever left. I was focused and waiting, patiently embracing, I administer pain. You can see the scope unless you missing my aim. The world took.
What is poppin', y'all? It's your boy T Mark, aka Jerron. So today I'm back with another video. Today I'm gonna be checking out from Pummel Up Productions. This is Kevin Owens join AEW or stay with WWE. Now, for the past couple of weeks, I've been hearing that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, their contracts is going to be expired. I'm pretty sure by the end of this year, I think, because I think I said that wrong. They're going to get their contracts expired from January 2022, which is next year, and hopefully, to me, honestly, it's just time for Kevin to move on, because there's so many stars that that came from WWE now, and now they're in AEW trying to make a name for themselves, or the people that hasn't been utilized like they should be in WWE. So hopefully, honestly, I don't even know where Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn's gonna go. They probably might go to AEW, or there's other wrestling promotions that they can go, like Impact Wrestling, NWA, New Japan, and what else? I think I named a couple few. But AEW, I'm pretty sure that's the place they're gonna go, or Impact. But anyway, before I get this video started, if you haven't already yet, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, because I will be posting every single week. Let's get straight into this.
Adam Cole recently decided to leave WWE after spending the last 5 years of his career with them. He joined his wife and his best friends in All Elite Wrestling, making his epic debut at All Out. I think it's extremely easy to say that this was obviously the right and only right decision that he could have made. Vince McMahon's plans for him was to make him Keith Lee's manager because he did not see him as a singles competitor, mostly due to his size. It sucks that the chairman wasn't able to see the potential in Adam Cole, but it's great to see that he knows his own value and he left. Adam Cole was a lot better than just a manager and is going to absolutely kill it in AEW. I just know that for a fact. He's already one of the hottest things in pro wrestling right now, and he will have his Dynamite debut match next week. All this hype about Adam Cole joining AEW got many other wrestlers excited about this change, and more specifically, Kevin Owens. Recent reports suggest that his contract is going to expire sooner than many expected. January 2022 is when Kevin Owens is a free man and can sign wherever he wants. He can make the decision to either stay with the WWE or follow his best friends and sign with Tony Khan. This rumor became more serious when Kevin Owens tweeted the coordinates of Mount Rushmore, which is the name of his former faction. KO could be trolling, or he could be very serious. It's hard to tell with this guy because honestly he always does this kind of things. Anyways, in today's video, I'm going to take a look at the pros and cons of him either joining AEW or staying with the WWE. And then after that, I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think he should do, followed by what I think is going to happen. With all that being said, let's jump right into the video. I want to talk about Kevin Owens joining AEW first. With his contract expiring in less than 6 months, Kevin Steen could make his return to professional wrestling, and that is extremely exciting news. Ever since joining WWE, Kevin Owens was a watered-down version of Kevin Steen. I think everyone knows that. Think about the potential of Kevin Owens in a non-PG environment. I think he could produce some of the most interesting and compelling storylines and segments if he were to join AEW. Kevin Steen would be able to curse, speak freely, and he would have a creative input in his work. That is something that's always been an issue with the WWE. The best way to describe Kevin Owens in WWE is just bland. Like, he's not terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say I hate Kevin Owens. I love him. But it does seem like he's been very limited for the last 7 years. And I think he has so much more to offer, and I think he can achieve that in AEW. In the last few years, the only memorable program he had was with Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. That is where we saw him shine. However, that is a problem. KO has only been a part of one interesting storyline for the last few years, and that only lasted a few months. Other than that, he's just been floating around for a while now. Kevin Owens hasn't even won a world title in 5 years now. And as many of us remember, that ending of That's How to Reign wasn't too pretty either. To put it simply, Kevin Owens was never misbooked, but he was just underappreciated his entire career with the WWE. He's been so undervalued that I don't really think he's a huge star anymore. Kevin Owens is just Kevin Owens. You know what you're going to get. It's going to be a decent storyline with no consequences, and once that feud is over, he's going to continue having unimportant rivalries with mid-card talent. I just think Kevin Owens is so much better than that. I feel like joining AEW would be huge for him. He would probably kick Kenny Omega out of the group to realign himself with the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, and that would immediately put him in a better position than his current role in the WWE. I personally would rather want to see Kevin Steen wrestle Kenny Omega in a high-profile match instead of seeing the KO show with a random guest every few weeks. That's just an easy choice in my opinion. Something I've noticed about the other talent that also left WWE who joined AEW is that a majority of them say that their passion comes back for pro wrestling, and right now it seems like Kevin Owens is a guy that is just going through the motions. A change in scenery could spark that fire that he once had. There's plenty of matches that we would need to see. Kevin Steen versus Adam Cole. Kevin Steen versus Adam Page. Kevin Steen versus Bryan Danielson. Kevin Steen versus CM Punk. Kevin Steen versus Kenny Omega. Kevin Steen versus Cody Rhodes. Do you see the potential in Kevin Owens joining AEW? Those matches would have anybody who watches AEW excited and hyped. That is why it would not be a bad idea if he does join AEW. And now we have to speak about why staying with the WWE would be the better option. And honestly, I was trying to think about it, and there's not too many positives. The biggest difference, though, between WWE and AEW is the salary. Kevin Owens would make more money if he were to stay with the WWE. His contract would probably be worth more, and his merchandise sales are also a nice bonus. Kevin Owens even bragged about this to a fan in attendance who was trying to talk shit about him during one of his matches on a live event show. The machine that is WWE is just so large that I can't see AEW being able to compete when it comes to the financial aspect of this deal. I think this is big for Kevin Owens because he's a family man. If there's one thing he loves, it's his family, and he just wants to take care of them. However, he does work more because of WWE's touring schedule, so even though he would be making more money for his family, it also means seeing them less, and that might be something that he will consider as well. Another positive is that WWE does not treat him too terribly. Like, when you look at Adam Cole, who was about to be a manager for Keith Lee, that is just sad. Kevin Owens isn't that badly booked. If you think about it, he had a match against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 36, and at WrestleMania 37, he faced off against Sami Zayn before giving Logan Paul a stunner, so he's not too bad. And even recently, he's been a part of a pretty cool feud with Baron Corbin and Logan Paul right now, so I could see WWE setting up a singles match with Logan Paul and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38. That could honestly happen. So he's not in a position where he's in catering, but I do believe he's capable of so much more. However, he could be worse off. It's not too bad. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, another reason why I could see him staying in the WWE is that he's been there for so long, and Kevin Owens has so many friends that he's made over the years. He is close with Vince McMahon and Triple H, and it's really hard to leave all of that. Basically, WWE treats him well, he's making good money, and he's got a family that he made at the WWE. I think those are all good reasons to stay with the company. And now it's time for me to tell you what I think Kevin Owens should do, as well as what I think is most likely going to happen. If I was Kevin Owens, I would leave WWE and join AEW, because there's just so many positive things about it. He would be a part of the best work of his life, and I think that's the most rewarding thing about all of this. Kevin Owens has so many dream matches available in AEW, and he would become one of the hottest things in professional wrestling. Right now, his value is very low, and joining AEW would completely change that. Kevin Owens would also have an easier schedule, which would be nice for his family. I think he saved enough money from the WWE in the last 7 years, and now he probably wants to spend quality time with his family. Signing with AEW would give him that experience. Tony Khan would also be more than capable of giving him a salary that would treat his family well. Like, he's not going to be making a quarter of what he was making in WWE. You know what I mean? Anyways, even though I think this is the best option, I have a feeling that he's staying with the WWE. Vince McMahon, I'm predicting, is going to make an offer that he cannot refuse. Kevin Owens will then stay with the WWE, and they might give him a little push for a little bit, but ultimately, that's it. He's going to stay because he gets a lot of money. They're going to give him a fake push, and that's about it. I hope I am wrong about this, though, but I don't see it happening any other way. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, so my overall in this video was about Kevin Owens is like, I mean, the last time I saw Kevin Owens, when he was like in the main event picture, like I said this in the beginning before the video started, when he was feuding with Roman Reigns for the Universal title. But I did not know this, that when Kevin Owens was Universal Champion back in 2017, and he fought Goldberg, and then he loses the title to Goldberg, or as Billy Oberg, because if you want to be honest here, Goldberg is too damn old to be wrestling. I mean, that match from last month with Bobby Lashley and Goldberg, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time, and I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with me that match on Raw, on the Raw side of things, should not have happened. But anyways, with Kevin Owens, man, I hope he goes to AEW. I mean, I hope he goes somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that he's probably going to have some great matches over there. Who knows? I mean, you got Adam Cole, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and all his old buddies from ROH, known as Ring of Honor. And I forgot to mention ROH, known as Ring of Honor. I forgot to mention that in the video as well. But anyways, I hope he goes somewhere with this. But honestly, my thing is, he had won some championships other than the Universal title, the US title, the IC belt, and the tag team titles and the WWE Championship. I don't think he ever won those belts. Wait, I don't think he has. Yeah, I don't think he has. But anyways, I mean, AEW can do a lot of things with Kevin Owens since his contract is expired next year, like the beginning of January of next year. But anyways, y'all let me know what your thoughts about Kevin Owens. Should he stay in WWE or go to All Elite Wrestling, known as the AEW? But y'all in this video, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and also follow me all social medias down below. I'll be back with another video. Peace.